Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, everyone. All right, Amy. Just want to let you guys know we did hit our goal yesterday and we had a winner. Those likes got there very quickly yesterday, or I guess a lot faster than I thought they were going to. So if you want a chance at winning a free tarot reading tonight, definitely make sure you stick around. Encourage people to like the live stream. Amy, I am getting a yes for you. I have the 10 of Cups. Smiley, I'm getting a yes. Knight of Cups. Nisha, I have a yes. Three of Pentacles. Emmy, I have a yes. The Sun. Sophie, I'm getting a yes. Four of Wands. That actually means home. Home and family. Thank you guys for liking. We're almost halfway there for the giveaway, so make sure you guys are liking. Margaret, I'm getting a yes, the Strength card. We also have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ray, I'm getting a yes, Ace of Swords. Smiley, I got your donation. Amber, I have a yes. This is something about a good investment. Seven of Pentacles. J Moon, I have a yes. Three of Pentacles. Hey everyone, thanks for joining in. We are doing a tarot reading giveaway again tonight if we can hit 25 likes on the live stream. As soon as we hit 25 likes, I'll be announcing a winner. We were able to reach that goal yesterday, so I'm hoping we can do that again tonight. Precious. I feel like this person is trying to get over these feelings, Seven of Wands, but there are still feelings there. It is a yes for your question, or answer to your question is a yes. I just feel like they're trying to move forward here, but it's difficult for them. Lala, I'm getting a maybe for you. I'm leaning towards a no because I have the Three of Swords at the top of the deck and the Devil at the bottom. And those are both no cards for me. But I specifically have a maybe. I don't know if this is written in stone yet. I do see that there's some negative attachments when it comes to his family, maybe some codependency that can pose some type of separation for you guys. But ultimately, I feel like I don't think he would do that to you. And that's where I'm gonna leave that one. Hi, Maribel. Welcome in, Nisha. You're so much appreciated. Oh, you're so welcome, Nisha. All right, let's see. Maribel, will our contacts meet in May? Will our contact Maribel in May? I am getting a yes. Page of Wands. Galilea. You're welcome, Emmy. Galilea. I'm getting a yes. I have the World. It's Sunshine. You're welcome, Margaret. You're welcome, Sophie. I'm getting a yes. Page of Cups for It's Sunshine. Bria, I'm getting a yes. I feel like this is a real offer for you. Ace of Pentacles. Hi, Vivian. Hey, nannies. You're welcome, precious. Hey, I have a yes. Nine of Pentacles. There is passion here. Rising, I am getting a yes. Two of Cups. Bobby, yes. Queen of Cups. See how quickly I can do the free readings if they're just yes or no. I can help a lot more people this way. This is for Abria. You're welcome, Lala. Bakey, we're doing free yes, no right now. Abria, I'm getting a no for that one. The Tower. Maybe, I mean, it kind of sounds like a two-parted question. We want to be as clear, as black and white as possible. So maybe a way you could word that next time is, do you see my store picking up in sales this summer? Or, will I have enough money to move this summer? Or something like that. Something tells me with the Tower that it's a no to one of those things. So maybe the sales will pick up, but maybe it won't be enough to move. Something along those lines. That's why we like to be very, very specific with yes, no questions. Vivian. Vivian, I have a yes. 10 of Pentacles. Nannies. Nannies, I have a no. 5 of Cups. Sienna, I'm getting a no. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. So this card usually talks about needing to walk away from certain things, mindset shifts, maybe work on yourself, doing some healing, maybe leaving some people behind, breaking free from attachments. Vivian, I did answer a question for you already. It looks like you might have changed it. But StreamYard just still shows me what your original question was. So just keep in mind that you guys post the question that you actually want answered the first time around, because when you retract, I might miss it. Hey, Nat Nat. Yeah, all is well. Thank you. Thank you, Rising. This is for Natty. So we got a Natty Nat and a Nat Nat in here. So Natty Nat, I am getting a yes as far as you hearing back from them. I don't know specifically if it will be this week because this card does talk about needing patience. But I'm going to say yes overall for your question. Bakey. This is kind of towing the line with a legal question in my opinion, but I still decided to pull a card for you, Bakey, and I got a no. Eight of Swords. Nat, let's see what we've got for you. Sienna says that's spot on and have walked away from the past person this month, and thanks. Perfect. You're welcome, Sienna. Nat. You're welcome, Natty. Nat. I am getting a yes. Six of Wands. Rising got a mini. Oh, you used Cash App today. Look at you, Rising. I'm not used to that. Lala, I also got your donation. I wanted to get a BOGO, but I need to make the money. Rising, yes. I don't want anyone here to ever overextend themselves financially to get a reading from me. That's why I offer free readings. It's why I offer live stream readings. It's why I offer private readings, because I know that everybody is in a different bracket as far as income, and sometimes I know how that fluctuates as well. Sometimes you have a good amount to spend and sometimes you don't. So I specifically have this intention for this channel is that no one's ever going to overextend themselves to get a reading from me. Somehow, some way, I want to help you all and be accessible to everyone. So Rising, I completely understand that. So we are 5 likes away from the tarot reading giveaway. If there are 5 people in here that have not liked the live stream yet, I encourage you to do so, because we are doing a giveaway for a free tarot reading if we hit 25 likes. And as soon as we do that, I will be announcing a winner. So if you want to participate in that and you want to increase the chances of us getting there as quickly as possible, I encourage you to like, and also encourage other people to like the live stream as well. I will be updating the donation list in just a second, just so that everyone can see where they're at. You're welcome, Bakey. Hi, Water Sparkles. Welcome in. Nice to see you. You're welcome, Nat. Have a great day. You're so used to PayPal. I know, I'm so used to seeing PayPal as well. Hey, Ari. Welcome in. You posted just in time, girl. All right, so we're gonna answer these last couple ones here. This is for Poonam. I have a yes, 9 of Cups. This is a wish for him. Water sparkles. So water sparkles, I'm getting a maybe. If I were to guess, I would say yes. I have the 10 of Cups and the sun at the bottom and top of the deck. I always, if I get a maybe, I always tell you which way I'm leaning. But just so you know, this is not set in stone. But I think that you will meet your person this year according to this reading, but it might be in the winter or it might be in the summer. But I do think that you're working on your way to meeting that person this year. You're welcome, Poonam. This is for Ari. Ari, I'm getting a yes, 10 of Pentacles, specifically the friends that you view as family. And I don't think that you have anything against you or any blocks. You can hang out with these people and spend as much time as you wish. We have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So this is essentially in your power for however much or however little you do. But ultimately, I think that you are going to be spending a lot of time. You're welcome. All right, donations, and in the order that they were received, we have Smiley, and then Rising, and then Lala. If you can't stick around, I encourage you to leave your question with me. You can come back and listen to your reading at a later time. And if you plan on sticking around, that's great. I would encourage you all to assume that there's going to be at least 10 minutes per person that's on the donation list, depending on what they ordered. It could be a little longer. And if you can't stick around but you want to be present for your reading, you can pay to skip the line or pay to hold your place. It's $5 to do so. All that information's in the description. If no one else pays to skip or pays to hold their place, then it'll just go in the order that's listed there in the chat. Let's see where we're at likes wise. We are very close to hitting our goal as far as the giveaway. I'm confident we're going to get there this live stream. So if you're in here and you have not liked the live stream, I encourage you to do so. Once we hit 25 likes, we will be doing a giveaway. First on our list is Smiley as far as donations. So Smiley, if you want to post your question, we are ready for you. I am going to just very quickly run to the restroom. I should have done this before the live stream started, but nature calls. So I will be right back, Smiley, and I will get started with you as soon as I return. Okay, I'm back. All right. I want to say thanks for my reading from yesterday. I want to know if you can do next 3 months read on you and D. Okay, you're welcome, Smiley. Absolutely. So, I can absolutely do that. I do let you guys know in advance that a 3-month reading a lot of the times is way more subject to change the further out we go. So keeping that in mind, if that's something that you want me to do, I can absolutely do so. When it comes to generals, I don't like to go farther than a month because a lot can change during that time. But if you're okay with that, I can do a 3-month for sure. That's not an issue for me at all. Oh, you want to do 2 months? All right, let's take a look. Where are we? Okay, so you're here for a mini. Okay. 2 months. 2 months. Two-month forecast here. 19 to the 26th. That's 1 week out from now. I have you guys doing a lot of things that are very romantic. You could be spending like a lot of physical time with one another. If you guys are at a distance, I feel like this would be like virtual romance, if that makes sense. For the next week, it seems almost like you guys are like spending a lot of time, quality time, being affectionate, being physical with one another. From the 26th to the 2nd, what do we have? What's going on 26th to the 2nd? I think there's like you guys getting into the swing of things or something like that. From the 26th to the 2nd, it feels almost like we're getting back to reality. There's something here about like budgeting, routine, just kind of getting back to normalcy. I don't know if you have any planned time together over the next week, but I think that would be a great time for you guys to kind of reconnect with one another in a very deep way. Because it seems like the 26th to the 2nd, it's like a lot of our responsibilities seem to be taking over. But I see you guys are still very attached to one another. From the 2nd of June to the 9th, I have 7 of Wands and the Star. What's going on here? I feel like he's very territorial over you or very protective of you. I almost see that because he's viewing you as his ideal woman. So I feel like there could be something going on during this time that's going to require him to have faith in you and in your faithfulness with him is kind of what it seems like. Lala, I have your question, or questions, I should say. I feel like there might be some type of challenge that occurs during this time, but it's something that you guys will overcome with one another. From the 9th to the 16th, so the 9th of June to the 16th, there's a lot more playfulness going on. I'm seeing one-on-one time, not really socializing with people too much, spending more time together between the 9th and the 16th. We have sunshine. It's kind of making me feel like a vacation or a holiday or some kind of retreats. So I don't know if you guys have any summer plans during that time or something along those lines, but it feels like even if you don't, it's a lot of time spent together one-on-one. So we have the 16th to the 23rd of June. What's going on between the 16th and the 23rd? There's some type of codependency thing that happens between you guys between the 16th and the 23rd. We do have the Three of Swords here, so I feel like something between you guys is not actually working out exactly the way that you would have wanted. I don't know if you're looking, Smiley, for like progress in this relationship. No, I don't think you're gonna cheat. No. I think that he just could be very I think sometimes we let our trust get the best of us, like our trust issues get the best of us. Sometimes we can be feeling a lot more insecure about ourselves and our relationships at different points in time. And that's like what I'm picking up on is more of like an insecurity of his, and maybe you having to re-encourage him that you're here for him and that you're in it, kind of thing. I'm trying to figure out where I left off. So 16th to 23rd, there is this feeling of, I'm still feeling like that codependency theme here. I know my lease is up on the 23rd of June. Would it be realistic for you guys to move in together by chance? I do see Three of Swords, which talks about separation, so maybe... Oh, maybe there's like, okay, so maybe there's talks possibly about you guys moving in together and potentially one of you is not ready. That's what it feels like to me. One of you isn't so sure. That's what he wants, to move in together. The 23rd to the 30th. Oh God, 23rd to the 30th, we have the Tower. The Tower and the Knight of Swords. It's talking about big changes. The Tower talks about changes, unexpected stuff that kind of happens that you're not necessarily prepared for. Big changes coming through with the Knight of Swords. You have to make a decision between the 23rd and the 30th, Queen of Swords. But this is not a decision that's emotional. It's a very logical, realistic mindset here that you have to make this decision or approach this decision with. So this is not something that you'll be reacting to emotionally. This is something that you will be making a decision on based on what feels realistic. You're not sure that he's ready. I feel like this is going to come down to you between the 23rd and the 30th. Getting a lot of Queen energy, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. What's happening between the 30th? Wait, did I already say this? 30th to the 7th. And then now we're going into... Okay, the 30th to the 7th. What else is going on here? 30th to the 7th. What else is going on here? You said, is that about him or family on me making the decision? So it doesn't specify, but because we're doing a reading between you and him, I'm going to assume it's about him and you. But I didn't get a specific, like, explanation of what this was. It's just saying that there's something that comes down to a decision that you have to make, and you don't approach it emotionally. You approach it logically. Things I feel start to turn around for your relationship with D between the 30th and the 7th. 7th, 14th. Maybe towards like the end of that week. 7th and 14th. 7th and 14th, things are balancing. I think you guys are brainstorming together and coming to a compromise between the 7th of July and the 14th of July. Because my family member is moving without me. Wait, hold on. My family member is moving with me until my lease up. I told them that when I move, they can't come. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I think that you'll take it at that time, however it resonates for you. But because I'm doing a reading on you and D, if this affects your relationship, then I can understand why family would be brought into it. But between the 7th and the 14th, things start to balance out for you. And then between the 14th and the 21st of July. Wow, that's kind of weird. We come full circle. Maybe back to wanting to focus on your relationship with one another. Maybe feeling like you've been very busy and you haven't really had the chance to spend as much time together as you would like. I have the Knight of Cups again coming through. This feels like a new start, but it seems like maybe you've been really busy, and it seems like maybe he's unhappy and he's expressing that he wants to spend more time with you. I see here you just trying to balance and juggle it all, and you decide during this time to start making more time for one another during that week. Ray, thank you for the update. Aw, Smiley. Yeah, I think he's going to be expressive with how he's feeling about that. So that is what I've got for you, Smiley. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Because it was such a short time span, it was like 2 months. I think that like 2 months or less, I can go week to week for a mini reading. But I think that if you ever want 3 months or more, then we'd have to go month to month because it's a lot of like cards I have to pull, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, Smiley. Woo woo. All right, guys. You're welcome, Smiley. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Stick around because we're going to do a giveaway. Now let me rewind. Yeah, you'll have to come back to this probably a couple of times. Take notes or something. All right. Giveaway time. We're going to announce a giveaway winner, then we're going to get back to donations. So, let's do... I'm trying to think of emoji that everyone would have access to. Drop a kitty cat emoji in the chat if you want to be a part of the giveaway. Any kind of kitty cat's fine, I don't care. Just drop a cat emoji. All right, I have Nat Nat. I have Smiley. I have Rising Storm. I also have Ray. Sounds like a Cat in the Hat book. So I'm like, if you want to be a part of the giveaway, drop a cat in the chat. Tina, I have your donation. Thank you. I will add you to the list. As of right now, you are after Lala, okay? I'm going to leave the giveaway open for 1 more minute. If you want to be a part of the giveaway, drop a cat in the chat and I will add you to the giveaway list. This will be redeemed tonight. Anybody can be a participant in this giveaway. It doesn't matter if you've ever paid for a reading from me before, never have paid for a reading. If you're getting readings done tonight, it doesn't matter whether you donated or not donated. This is just everyone can participate. So if you want to be a part of the tarot reading giveaway, drop a cat emoji in the chat. I will add you to the list and it will be a tarot reading and you will be able to get that reading tonight. All right. I'm gonna add Tina, and that is where we're gonna leave it, which is good for you guys because the ones that are here, it increases your chances. If like the less people, you know how it works, the higher chances you have, the less people are entered. Okay, so let's share the screen. All right, so this is the wheel. You guys will see your name there. Oh, hold up. I messed up. I gotta delete these ones. We can't have a no winner. Whoops. Okay. So we have Nat, Smiley, Rising, Right, and Tina. And we're gonna spin now for the winner. Good luck, everyone. Congratulations, Smiley. You won. So, Smiley, I'm going to add you back into the rotation to claim your reading, okay? This does have to be redeemed tonight. So, Smiley, I encourage you to stick around because I don't want you to miss your chance on getting a free reading with me. All right, next up we have Rising Storm. So I'm going to get started there. Congratulations, Smiley, again. Thank you, everyone else, for participating. You're welcome, Rising. Okay. So, Rising, let's see what you want to know. Would there be a particular reason? What would he be reaching out for? Okay, so Rising, I have I have some information here. The first thing is the very first card, which I find interesting, is the World. So I remember in our last reading we left off saying that he wanted that closure. Like he basically wanted this thing to come to an end. So I feel like the reason he would reach out to you would be because I have the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. It could potentially be too much time too much time on his hands. So not you being something entertaining to him, but I feel like that's kind of what it is, because there's an energy of being a bit on the bored side. There's something about you that entertains him, makes him feel excited about life. I think he would be craving that energy. We also have the Four of Pentacles, which means that he's having a hard time letting you go, even though I feel like he's trying to be strong. I feel like he does fall weak at times, and even if he's trying to make a stand and like really stand his ground, I feel like when he has too much time on his hands and he's really like thinking about you a lot, it's very easy to be tempted. So they're showing just like this feeling of boredom. And there's something here about how when you guys were communicating with one another, it was fun, and everything was unpredictable, and it's a very addicting type of energy that I feel like he'd have a hard time staying away from. So the main reason why he would do this is lack of distractions, lack of things to do. I feel like you're on his mind quite a bit, and I feel like it was just too easy to communicate with you before, and I feel like he would want to do that again. If he found ways to fill his time, I think it would be easier for him to stay strong. But you said you wonder if it's a good thing. I think it just depends on how you take it. You know, being someone who holds his attention, being entertaining, enjoying your company, enjoying your banter, I don't really think I perceive that as a bad thing. But I think it just depends on how it makes you feel. But I guess if you're like, oh, he's only reaching out to me because he's bored, I want to be clear, it is that energy, but it's more specifically like he has too much time on his hands, meaning that you're there no matter what to him, you're in his mind no matter what. But if he had more things to do to keep him busy, it would be easier to stay strong. So now that he has more time on his hands, that he is thinking about you, and it almost becomes all consuming because he doesn't have anything to distract himself. So don't harp too much on the word bored for me. Just take that with a grain of salt, because I think it's not so much boredom. I think it's more like I'm thinking about you no matter what, and when I don't have anything to do, it's more tempting to communicate with you. James, I was wondering if I was going to see you tonight. If Lala is here, please check in with me. I have your questions. Just curious if we need to timestamp you or not. So Rising, I think that's pretty much what it is. Now, my curiosity, which of course I have been trying to tap in to understand, would be which way is he going to come forward? Would he come forward as himself, or would he come forward through this number that's been texting you? I asked that question. I know that it's something you might be curious about, and I am as well. I don't feel like I'm getting an answer yet. Now, a lot of times when I don't get an answer, it's because the decision has not been made, and for whatever reason, we're just not supposed to know the answer to that. So I'm leaning more towards he hasn't decided. I don't think he's been in the energy just yet to want to communicate with you. I think right now he still feels like he's holding strong. I think the weakness comes later on. You're welcome, Rising. Hey, Lala. Thanks for checking in. Let's go ahead and shuffle for you, Rising. Have a great night. What is the rest of May looking like for G and I? What changes are happening for G and I relationship with the full moon in Sag? Full moon in Sag. He's heavily guarded, and I believe it's because family ties. Okay. All right, so Lala, the first question for your BOGO is how's the rest of May looking for you? And then the second part of your BOGO is what changes are happening for you guys with the full moon in Sag? Just to confirm. Perfect. All right, let's see. What's the rest of May looking like for G and Lala? So Lala, if you need confirmation, you are it for this person. I am getting that even if they don't demonstrate it or they don't show you, it's like you are by far the most superior that they've ever come across. So G is looking at you as the ideal woman. G is saying, if I could have it all, I want it with Lala. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Radiant, thank you so much. Aw. Thanks, Eliana. I appreciate you. I'll check it out. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. So, Lala, I am getting here a lot of like, that's my girl, like wifey, this is my woman, like kind of endearment types of feelings towards you. And maybe there's themes around commitment here in this reading. So maybe there's something along those lines that are affecting your relationship right now. But I see here that G is saying, if I were to take this to the next step, it would be with Lala. There is this feeling and this connection to you, that there is this desire, this ultimate dream of theirs is to be with you and be committed to you. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. I feel like they also look at you as very nurturing and caring and devoted, and probably looking at you as a great person to reproduce with. I know that's so scientific, but I feel like there's like this energy about you that they would love. They could just see the future with you is what I'm getting, Lala. There's a lot of romantic feelings towards you as well. So as far as the May, I'm seeing potential commitment. I'm seeing, and if you guys are already committed, I'm seeing somehow, some way your relationship is leveling up. So depending on where you're at in your timeline together, essentially May is taking a step forward. There's a feeling of progress. There's a feeling of momentum, and you see this change. And I know that we don't have that much of May left, so something's going to be bound to happen soon, where you start to feel like you've got some clarity regarding the relationship. The problem is he stays in this dream state. There's so much stagnant energy. Oh, Lala, I'm so sorry. We're dating for 1 year now. Okay, so I feel like something is leveling up in this connection, and that's gonna be very personal to you and your relationship with him to determine what that is specifically. So maybe for your relationship, what you need from him is to stand up to his family. When it comes to your relationship, you need him to create some type of separation and a divide, like draw a line in the sand kind of thing. Maybe that's what you're looking for, and that could be considered progress. That could be considered leveling up in this connection. It really is very intimate to you specifically, and it's very personal to your relationship, depending on what exactly that would mean for you to feel like things are changing. but I do feel a shift for your connection. I feel like this person does not want to lose you. And as I say that, we have the Empress here. So I'm telling you right now, this person does not want to give up on this connection. You are their ideal woman. You are their person and, or his person. You are his person. He just doesn't, ever want to let you go. I'm definitely seeing this. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. If we have a tarot reader in here, you guys are going to be able to understand what I'm seeing here for Lala. So I have the Queen of Pentacles, I have the Queen of Cups, and I have the Empress. Anybody who reads tarot will know that's wife. 100%. Not only that, but I have the Four of Wands here. And I also have the Knight of Cups. And these are the only cards that I pulled so far. So, Lala, I just feel like you need to have a little bit more faith in your connection. Stagnancy is a part of life, it is a part of relationships. That's why there's the expression ebbing and flowing. Maybe you're just ebbing right now. I feel, oh my God, I also have the King of Cups that came right out next to each other. So this is indicating that he feels like you guys are a good match. I would never know if it wasn't for tarot. He's so guarded. I'm learning patience. Yeah, so Lala, I don't want to, what is it? I don't want to get your hopes up so much so by making this statement, but I want to let you know that his feelings for you run deep. And I am now married to a man who also was very stagnant energy. And it caused me to question a lot in our relationship. And it required open communication and it required action. And I felt like I kind of hovered in this energy on and off for probably, I don't know, 3 years maybe. And we've been together for 8.5 now. And it wasn't that he wasn't giving enough to me. It's just I was like, where is this going? Like, what are your plans? When you think of this, what do you think of? What is, and maybe that's going to require a conversation with him. Like, when you think about where we're going to be in a year, what are your thoughts? Maybe you've had this conversation with him. I don't know. But I will tell you, Lala, that it's stagnant. It's a part of life. But eventually things are going to start flowing again for you guys. And I am living proof of that sometimes things are just still. And we see that stillness replicated in nature. And we see that stillness replicated in, certain times, periods of our life. That stagnancy and that stillness is sometimes required for us to have clarity and know exactly what it is that we want. So don't necessarily give up. I'm not sitting here telling you to wait around if you feel like you've exhausted all options. But if you just feel like you guys are running at different paces, it's okay to let him catch up with you. Yeah. And I'm living proof to tell you that can be stagnancy in a relationship and you guys still have success in the end. So I think you just have to figure out with yourself, what are you willing to tolerate, endure? How is this making you feel? How much longer? Is this something that you can stick around waiting for? Or do you feel like he's wasting your time? I guess is the question. But yeah, you're 100%. Yeah, absolutely. You're very, very welcome. Okay, so let's look into your next question. Oh, even when I cut the deck, I see the Lovers. His feelings for you run deep, that's for sure. And I know you guys have only been together for a year, so sometimes we can tend to rush things, especially if we feel like people around us, their life is going in a different pace than our own. We can expect a lot more. Most of the time, men move slower than us. Like, we've been dreaming about our future is probably since we were young, and So we jump into relationships a lot of the times ready for things to just keep happening to us. But it's been a year, which is substantial, but it's all only been a year. And so we have to think of it that way too. He said, I do feel he just needs to catch up. He's not out here cheating and toxic. He's just slow as hell. Yeah, I had my own Knight of Pentacles who moved very slowly, very carefully. But what I will say is the best thing about people who move slowly is that when they come to a decision, they're 100% in. They're not rushing through to make a decision about something, and their feelings aren't just changing day to day. Even though it's slow moving, once they actually say, this is what I want, there's no turning back for them. They have taken the time needed to fully make that decision. I've had to appreciate over time and learn to appreciate it, but I appreciate a man who's thoughtful. I appreciate a man who is intentional, and I appreciate a man who takes a long time to figure out what it is that they want, because when they make that decision, I know that they mean it. I know that it's real. Okay, Smiley, that sounds great. Thank you for that. Okay. What changes are happening for G and Lala with the full moon in Sag on Thursday? All right, I'm seeing revelations, epiphanies. So everyone knows the Sagittarius energy is the archer. It's the person moving forward. It's the person that wants to wander and discover and learn something new. I'm seeing celebrations for you guys in your relationship. I'm seeing him being honest, trustworthy, straightforward, telling you what he's thinking or what he's feeling. Justice also talks about you getting your patience paying off, your patience being rewarded. We also have the Tower, which can talk about kind of like chaos and sudden change. But what comes with that is revelations. What comes with that is epiphany. So ultimately, between these three cards together, it feels like clarity to me. It feels like something happens between you two. It could just be a conversation, but it makes you feel like you can feel anchored, and you can feel grounded, and you can feel like you have some sense of direction through this full moon in Sag when it comes to your relationship. That you're like, you know what, I may not have all the answers and he may not have all the answers, but at least I know where I stand now. And that feels safe. That feels safe to know and have that clarity. Because what happens is when we don't know, when we're uncertain, we're just flailing in the wind, and we don't feel grounded, and we don't feel safe, and we don't feel secure. So I think that clarity is going to come for you. And I think that you're going to at least know where you stand to him through this full moon and Sag energy. Did you have any follow up to that? Because I can pull another card or two for you. You're a Sag, so you expect to truly feel it. Yeah. Do you have a Sag moon as well, or is it a Sag sun, or both? Sag sun, Gem moon, Virgo rising. Okay, what's your question? Okay. I don't know why I'm feeling you should. I'm feeling you should. And I think that I'm feeling that because it's kind of something that I brought up in a reading earlier for you. So, or prior. So I feel yes, but we're going to look at the cards and we're going to see what's what we have here, what Spirit has to say. Okay. I am getting a yes here. I have the Judgment card. And I have the Seven of Swords. So what this tells me is don't let this conversation that's probably needing to happen get away or slip away, because the Seven of Swords kind of talks about like sneaking away, slipping away, getting like out of your grasp. Like, let's not avoid this conversation. I think Lala too, with the Judgment card here, it talks about healing. It talks about progress. It talks about having that clarity that you need specifically and making a judgment call based on the information that you hear. I feel like by not putting him on the spot and being like, what do you want from this? Right? Come to me. I felt that, yeah. What do you want from this is a very targeted, direct kind of question. Or what do you want from this is very, very direct. But I think that if you were to say, and I'm speaking from experience because it took me having to ask this question to really understand where my then boyfriend, now husband, was feeling at that time. And I had said, I'm feeling as though we're not moving forward. And that to me is scary. That to me doesn't feel comfortable. It feels confusing. And for all I know, I could be making assumptions on how you feel because you're not vocal about it. And I don't want to do that anymore. So if you can help me get some clarity and tell me what it is you see for our future. And this can be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I just need to know what your thoughts are. And I don't want you to tell me what you think I want to hear. I just want you to be honest with me. I want you to just give it to me straight. What do you see for our relationship? And then whatever he tells you, you can elaborate on that. So if he says, well, I see us getting a house at some point, and I see us maybe starting a family, and then just being like, and how, when you think of those things, how does that make you feel? Because it's very important to understand what he is thinking, what he wants, and how does it make him feel. If he says it makes me feel nervous but excited, or if he says it makes me feel really warm inside, or I like thinking about those things, it makes me really happy, that's going to give you the clarity that you need. And I definitely think approaching it very fantastical, where you're kind of saying hypothetically, what do you think of this, or what are you thinking about this, is such a softer approach compared to what do you want from our relationship, and where do you see us going, and what do you expect to happen from this, and what do you want. And I feel like that also can sometimes be perceived as like he thinks he's going to have a wrong answer. And when we approach it indirectly, as in like a trajectory of what's going to happen in the future, what do you see happening here, I think a lot of the times that feels less intimidating, and it feels like you can answer honestly, and it gives that safety, that space of being like, well, this is what I'm thinking. And then that's the conversation starter. So I am with you, Lala. I was very scared to have that conversation. I was 1 foot out the door, to be honest. And I don't really elaborate on my personal life, and that was many, many, many years ago. But that's kind of where I was, because I was like, you're not making it clear to me, and I need you to make it clear to me. And I think it finally took the point of, I'm tired of waiting around. I just need to know, for me to feel brave enough to have that conversation. And I am so glad I did, because I knew where I stood. And it changed everything for us. I mean, later on in that year, we were looking to buy a house. So, I mean, you have to know where you stand with someone. You have to know where you stand. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you have to know. And I think that's the only way. So that's my suggestion. And I did, to clarify, get a yes, that it would be good for you to initiate the conversation. You turn into a drill sergeant. I know. And I think that can be intimidating too, because then that person that you're asking the questions to, you want them to be honest with you, but then you're like, are you just telling me what I you think I want to hear, or are you scared to have a wrong answer here because Hey guys, so sorry about that. Lala, yes, you're so very welcome. I'm glad you said I'll be re-listening to this for sure. Thank you for this advice. You're welcome, and feel free to like say things or word things. If you like the way that it sounds, how I said it, feel free to take that and run with it. When before my computer cut off, the only thing I was saying was, you want to make sure that he feels safe enough and comfortable enough to tell you and be honest with you, and not feel intimidated and not feel like um, there's a wrong answer. You want him to feel like whatever it is he has to say, whatever he's feeling is the right thing. And it's hard, but you have to remove your feelings from it to really get a clear understanding of what's going on with him. But Lala, thank you so much. I appreciate you. It did. It kind of cut off, and it's weird because I thought that my computer died. I thought that the battery wasn't, and my battery's at 50%. So I truthfully don't know what just happened. But you're very welcome. I'm so glad to hear that. Lala, if you would like or feel inclined to leave me a review, I would love it. I'm actually in the process of working on I just lost my train of thought. I'm working on a website right now so that I can start getting my private readings up and running. So if you feel inclined, it only takes like a minute or less to leave a review. I would love it. And your review might end up on my website if you feel inclined. Have a great night. We are going to move on to Tina. Tina, thank you for joining us. Earth Angel, my free list is closed. Giveaways are closed. You'll have to come back again later. I'm sorry. Okay, so Tina says the situation I'm asking about is brand new energy. Okay, got you. Okay, I see your question on PayPal. Tina, do you want me to leave names out of it, or is it okay if I say their name, the person that you're asking about? Thanks, Lala. For those of you who are coming in to ask a question, um, much love to you guys, but I am going to remove your comments from the chat. It's nothing against you guys. It's just I'm not doing free readings right now. Thank you, Tina. All right, let's shuffle for you. All right, let's see. Okay, so Tina, the first thing I'm getting is this is a very interesting energy. I will say, I feel like the Libra is still around you. So what that means is that they're still in your energy and that there's like that could mean that, thank you, Lala. Thank you so much. That could mean that they're thinking about you. They're considering coming back to you because they want to maybe fix the way things were left off. Um, it could indicate that you're thinking about them and they're thinking about you. And so there's still that like tie to one another. But I kind of see, when I say that I see their energy around you, I just mean that they haven't completely pulled back. So, with that understanding, I do feel like it's highly likely this person is going to come back and communicate with you or reconnect with you in some way. Now, the reason why I can't say for sure, and I will double check with the pendulum because I would like to just get another second opinion. But I feel like this person hasn't made this decision to reconnect with you, meaning that they didn't think to themselves recently, like, oh, I'm going to reach out to Tina. I haven't gotten a chance to yet, or I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I am going to reach out to them. Then I think I would get a more clear answer. But I feel like he's mostly toying with the idea, mostly thinking about it, going back and considering it, contemplating it. But I don't think that decision of I'm going to reach out to Tina is something that feels very concrete to me. But like I said, I'm going to double check with the pendulum. What I do see here is the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. So this is a lot of preparation for potential reconciliation. This is this person thinking about you probably day to day. I guess I don't know exactly when you guys stop talking to one another. But to me, it feels like however much time has gone by, he's thought about you at least once a day, I would say. Um, I feel like there are parts about you that he did feel that he got on with really well. So, like, I feel like you guys have a good amount in common. I am getting that he was very attracted to you, actually. But I see here with the Three of Cups that there could have been a potential third party interference. It's not necessarily romantic in nature. It's paired with the Hierophant. So there could have been a situation that happened with either like a friend or a family member that got in the way of this connection. And he felt that needed his attention. And unfortunately, that pulled him away from you a little bit. It could have been like another person coming in that he had been romantically involved with, but I can't say for sure. If you guys were just like getting to know one another, it's safe to say that he might have had like potentially another person that he was also communicating with. But like I said, because this is paired with the Hierophant, it feels more like traditions, familial. It feels like something or someone required more of his attention. So I'm not exactly sure where things left off with you guys or like how things went down, but it almost seemed like life kind of got in the way and made things a little complicated for him. And I see here with the Hanged Man that he this card comes with sacrifice, so it could be that he had to like help assist a friend or family member and that took priority. But this card also indicates like needing to take a break or a pause on you. So whenever I see the Hanged Man, I always hear the word pause. And most of the time, if you think about like an MP3 player, you usually will hit play again. it's just on pause for right now because there's something else that you need to put your focus on. So this card a lot of the times can make me think that he is thinking about coming back to around to you. I don't feel like he was necessarily fully ready to walk away. Now, there is some concern or worry about how you're going to receive him. I think that he wonders if you'll be offended or if there was some kind of offense that happened. And of course, you don't have to elaborate. I'm just letting you know the energies I'm picking up on. But the Wheel of Fortune is here, which talks about what comes around goes around. So there's a lot of themes in this reading. And we also have the Star, which talks about having hope. So there's a lot of themes in this reading that indicate that this person's coming back around to you. They just maybe needed to take some time away for a little while. And I think at that point, it would be your decision if you choose to communicate with this person. But let's ask the pendulum just so that way I might be able to get a more clear answer if this person is going to reconnect. We'll see the Libra reconnect with Tina. We'll see the Libra reconnect with Tina. Spirit is confident that this person is going to communicate with you again. So I would say very confidently that you can walk away from this reading believing that this person is going to reconnect. I did get a yes with the pendulum. So that's as confident as I can get, is giving you a yes. I feel like this person thinks about you often, and I feel like there's this desire to kind of touch base and maybe resume your connection, or at least try to have a better, I don't know, it's like something about I'm not happy with the way I left things. That's what I'm feeling. I'm not happy with the way things left off. So hopefully that resonates for you, Tina. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions that you would like to ask. And if not, I will go ahead and move on to the next person. Oh, Lala, I don't know if you're in here, but I just saw your review and I love it so much. Thank you, thank you. You're so welcome, Tina. I hope you have a great rest of your night. All right, James, if you're here, feel free to check in. I'm going to shuffle for you now. Ray, I just got your donation. James, thanks for checking in. Okay. So James, you are freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Your silence is so loud right now, and I'm like, what is going on with you? Okay, good. Oh my God. I've literally been on pins and needles all day. Like, is he gonna message me? All right, so I'm throwing on the screen here the order of readings that we're doing. Okay. Love option 2. Love option 2. Hey Deepa, much love to you. I'm deleting your message because we're not doing free readings anymore. Definitely try again next time, okay? Love option 2. Option 2. I don't know why, but I'm sensing that's nervousness. Is it me? Is it coming from me? What is she giving? Okay, Smiley, that's great. That's totally up to you. You just let me know. Wow, 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 James. She's walking away today feeling great. Did she tell you, like, do you know how, like, when a chiropractor aligns you, or like after you get a massage, how you feel like your cells feel lighter? Like, you just feel like you're walking straighter and you just feel better. You just feel aligned. Like, that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting, is that she's walking away feeling like so good. Like, so good, so centered. Okay, Smiley, that sounds great. Well, what I'll do is, as the donations come in, I'll just keep putting you at the end, and then whenever you're ready to claim your reading, just let me know so we don't skip ahead of you. Yes, he's a master Reiki, no, a Reiki master. You said I spent most of the day with her, and then I had class, so I didn't have a chance to tell you. Okay. Um, So she's definitely walking away feeling great. We have the Empress here, so it's like something about her feeling like you're, I don't know, she might be feeling like I'm his girl. Like he did. I don't know why. I'm just getting like kind of giggly or something. There's like I don't know why I'm sensing like blushing. I'm sensing like blushing. Like I feel like there's a lot of like fluster and redness happening here. The Empress does talk about feeling like a wife. And when I say wife, I'm using that term very, very loosely. Um, I mean, just like she's feeling special, she's feeling important, she's feeling like connected to you, like she's like you guys are an item, like she's your girl kind of thing. Um, Lots of flowing energy. I see her walking away from here. We have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like there was a lot that was released, maybe. Maybe that's a good word. And I feel like she just kind of walked away just feeling really good. We have really balanced. She's thinking about in her head how she is feeling calm. She must have, I don't know. I think that it's just very not surprising, but I think it kind of caught her off guard a little bit how like calm and relaxed and like balanced she felt, and she specifically had that thought in her head as well. Um about like how is this is crazy like that I'm thinking this or that I'm feeling this way. um I see here with the Ace of Pentacles is that she's here to whatever you give to her, she's here to return in in full or in like a equal, like so like basically whatever it is you're giving to her, she's ready to give back to you equally. We also have the Ace of Cups here, so I'm thinking as her intentions are is just to continue to let this blossom. Ace of Cups, we have new beginnings, new relationships, new romance, love, happiness, joy. This also talks about fertility. Not that that might not apply to you, but it's there. I'm just letting you know. And then we also have like an upsurge of new feelings. So I do feel like her bond with you is getting stronger. Um, let's see. Are there any blocks? Are there any blocks? Are there any blocks? Getting a no. Are there any influences over the connection? I'm also getting a no. No blocks or influences. Things feel pretty clear. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this just talks about like you guys are just working towards a common goal. And the overall energy is the King of Cups. So trust, care, nurturing, healing, a well-balanced relationship that has equal friendship and romance, mature emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. So that's like the overall energy. Let me know how that resonates for you, James. I am going to shuffle for your next question. Did you guys do anything by the water, James? I don't know why I keep getting that in your readings. I got the the King of Cups, Temperance, and the Ace of Cups here that just feel very like water related, very flowy, very cleansing. You live right by the water, okay. I know, Smiley. I feel the same way. I feel like I need to go to someone who does massage, chiropractor, and Reiki alignment and literally just go and just do all three. Because I'm like, I feel like it's physical, emotional, and energetic, and I need all three. That's what I need. I need to align everywhere. I would say that's how it felt, us hanging out, flowing very well and cleansing. Aww. You've been going to a chiropractor for 3 weeks. I probably should stretch more than I do. I think that's my problem. But yeah, James is a full-time Reiki master, and I personally can't speak to experience, but I feel like he knows what he's doing. He works, it's like, his full-time job, so Okay, shuffling for your next question, James. All right, what are Patty's feelings towards James and the relationship moving forward? Oh my God. So the Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords. Then we also have the Four of Cups and the Chariot. I'm also going to pull this Empress, Nine of Cups, and Ten of Cups as well. So the phrase, James, nothing can stop us now, is like very, very strong for me. I feel like seeing the Queen of Pentacles and seeing it come out with the Six of Swords indicates like this is just gonna be easy. This should just be easy moving forward. Nothing's in our way. Nothing's gonna stop us. Like for her, she's saying this. I'm realizing, and I think it's something I've already known, but this is what I want with him. And maybe it took me a long time to get here, but I'm hopeful that things are just going to keep getting better and better. And I'm not going to allow, I just want to feel like I have a sense of direction. I don't want to allow my sometimes overwhelming, anxiety ridden thoughts to get the best of me. I will observe those and I will appreciate those because I do know that it's myself trying to protect my heart, but I can't let that consume me anymore. And I just need to allow myself to just be open to a new experience that might be scary, but also might be the best thing that I've ever done. So I feel like for her, she's just saying, like, I don't want to be the person that stops my own happiness, which I think is pretty profound for her at this time. Um, and I do feel like she looks at you as someone that can make her happy. So we have Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, Ten of Cups, stability, security. And I think that she views your relationship now as something that can offer something significant, something extraordinary. And I see with the Ten of Cups is that she feels like actually, I'm also getting a message. They're showing me there's signs that Patty's been getting. She's saying it's weird because I've noticed like signs, like synchronicities a lot lately. And it almost feels like I'm being confirmed every time I see a sign that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm on the right path with him. So there could be something that's signaling to her in her everyday life that she's noticing now that's making her feel more aligned. So, like, for example, for me personally, whenever I get deja vu, I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I feel like my timelines are syncing up and I've made it to the next milestone whenever I have deja vu. For her, it might be like reoccurring numbers. Or another thing for me is synchronicities too. So deja vu and then synchronicity. So two seemingly unassociated things are becoming associated. So what I mean by that is she might find it very strange that she talks to a coworker and they mention what's something like random that people don't talk about all the time. Like they say the word Jiminy Cricket, or she does a tattoo for someone that's like Pinocchio. And then she watches a TV show and they mention Pinocchio. And she's like, wait, that's weird. I was doing a tattoo today about Pinocchio and now I'm watching a TV show and they're mentioning Pinocchio. Two seemingly unassociated things, unconnected things are now connecting for me. And that's a synchronicity. So I feel like the message here, and I'm going like elaborating, so sorry about this blabber, but I feel like for her, the message that I just got divinely was that she's starting to notice things. She's starting to become very aware. So you said, Smiley says I need to stretch too. Yeah. Smiley and James, that'd be cool if you guys could connect. I would love that. Um, I speak. Hey girl, how are you? That's exactly how I feel too. I didn't ask her, but it's okay. We had an awesome day together. Ended with giving her Reiki. Okay, it's okay. It's inevitable now. I understand, James. Please continue and elaborate. Yeah, so sometimes I feel like I go on tangents and I gotta reel myself back in because you're not here to hear me just talk my life away and talk your ears off. So, but yeah, James, that's where I'm gonna leave that one. But I love that message. Thank you, Spirit. I loved that. I feel very strongly that she's getting signs and symbols, and it's like something about it she's becoming more aware of now, or she's noticing it more, and it's feeling to her like confirmation. Aw, okay, James. Well, all right, I'll go on tangents for your readings then. Sometimes I never know. People are like, yeah, I get the point. Like, can we move on now? I don't know. That's just my inner monologue, but I'm happy to hear you don't mind them. I speak. I hope you're having a good night. You missed our giveaway earlier. How's your channel going? Are you still doing readings? The opposite, you love it. Okay, perfect. Well, that gives me confirmation. Thank you. All right, we have a wedding coming up together. How will that go? And Ray, you are next after James. I'm wrapping up his reading now, so if you would like, Ray, you can post your question or get it ready to go. James, she doesn't know the majority of these people. Is this like your friend? It's not mutual. This wedding that she's going to with you. Whoa. Oh my God. Funny. I feel like no, in fact, it's funny because I only know the guy getting married and his wife to be. Okay. So it's like, I don't know why. And I know that I've gotten this before for this specific question. But I'm like, I feel like she doesn't know anybody. And I'm like, how many people does he know that's going to be there? But that's okay. I mean, that's what happens at weddings. I feel so bad. Side note, when I had my wedding, um, my husband told his friend that we weren't doing plus ones unless they were in like a relationship. And because we just had a very small, intimate wedding, intimate gathering, and like unless they were in like a quote unquote relationship, we just felt like, for instance, we didn't want him to bring a friend. Do you know what I mean, to our wedding? Like it's not like that. So we're like, don't bring a friend. Like if you're interested in someone, then bring them, but if it's romantically inclined, bring that, but we don't want just like bringing just extras around. Hopefully you guys understand my meaning. I wasn't trying to be offensive, but that we just wanted people there that we knew, that we were close to. So anyways, we told him that there weren't any plus ones unless they were, he was bringing like a date. And we said, but don't worry. We said, don't worry, because you're going to know people there, because we had invited people that have RSVP'd, yes. And we knew that they all knew each other because they had all worked together. Tell me why this guy we said no to bringing a date to was the only one there. And all the other people that he was supposed to be able to hang out with and know weren't there. And I felt so bad because I was like, God dang it. I was like, we should have let him bring a date. But yeah, so like that just happens. That happens at weddings sometimes. You just know who you're bringing and the person that's getting married. Um, you said, barely know hers. The both of us will not really know anyone. Yeah, that's my friend who recently kept it very small. Like, that was the thing. It was a very intimate wedding. And, like, I would have loved for everyone to bring a million people. Like, I would have loved to throw that kind of wedding, but that's not how it went down. And I'm grateful for how it was all executed. But I did feel bad for him because it was kind of like a destination wedding. I mean, it was like 2 to 3 hours for most people. So I did feel bad because he had a road trip. He had to hang out by himself, but he showed up and we were grateful that he did. But it was kind of messed up because the other people that said they would be there and they weren't. So then he did end up spending a lot more time on his own. But anyway, back to your reading. So I feel like for her, the wedding is just going to be special because it's a memory that you guys are making together. And I feel like even if you don't really know the couple, witnessing a ceremony and witnessing the love that two people share is very touching. And we know this because we react to it emotionally when we watch people on TV get married on reality shows, or even if it's a scripted show or movie, it still hits you in a certain way because it's very touching to see two people devote themselves to one another. It's a very beautiful thing. And I feel like this is going to affect her in a positive way, but I think it's going to hit her in an emotional way. And I think, and I don't want to go too far out on a limb here by saying this, but I do think that it's just going to reestablish for her, like, I do want a relationship that hopefully eventually turns into marriage. I do believe that a partner is someone, like a life partner is something that I want. Like, I think it's only going to reinstill what she already knows deep down. It's going to just be like another display of a successful relationship, and it's only going to work positively for your connection and for herself to better understand herself. I think you guys are going to have a great time. I don't know why, but there's something happening outside. I don't know if it's the ceremony, cocktail hour, reception, but I am getting outside vibes here. Or like partially enclosed things where like a tent or something's like partially open to the outside and then part of it's inside. But there's definitely like outside energy that I'm picking up for this reading for some reason. And I see here with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles is that you guys are really just going to have a great time. You're going to really enjoy yourself. I do see some mingling happening. I want to be clear. It's probably like a how do you know the bride or the groom. You might be seated near other people that you're kind of going to have to like make nice with, make friends with, just for the sake of the wedding itself. But I see you guys having a really good time. Anything else? Anything else? Let's see. Well, all right. Will they be committed? Do we see them being committed? James and Patty by June 6th. So James, I'm getting a bunch of yeses for that question. Um, I think it could happen by then or before then. The the number that's really standing out to me in this reading right now is the number 14. So I don't really know what that means yet. I guess we'll find out. But I do know that 14 condenses to the number 5. So it could be the month of May, it could be June 5th. Um, but anyways, I am getting a yes. You said you think it's gonna happen very soon. I was I was hoping you'd have an answer today, but I also know that things like this can't be rushed, and if it doesn't feel right in that moment, then it shouldn't happen, and you're gonna know when you know. You're gonna know when the moment feels right to you. Aw, Smiley. Thank you. I don't know what prompted you to say that, but thank you. You know what I did the Reiki with her, and then I had to leave for class. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, James. Like, when you ask a question like that, or you prompt her with a question like that, you want to be able to enjoy the moment and not feel like you're rushing off to get somewhere. So I completely get it. Ooh. Also, today in numerology is a 5-day. You want to explain that one to me? Hold on. Maybe I can figure this out. 5 plus 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. You're right. It is a 5-day. You're right. Today is 14. Are you kidding me? You're so right. Listening to you do what you love and helping people get the clarification on what they're not understanding. Oh, Smiley. You're too kind. That's very touching for you to say. Like, that's very unexpected. Thank you. Ray, if you're here, you can post. Today could seriously be the day, or at least this was a huge turning point. Ugh, I love it. I love it. Hey, Ray, how are you? That's so crazy. James, thank you so much. No rush, obviously, but I'm looking forward to when you guys are able to solidify things. But until then, just enjoy your time together. And thank you for your donation tonight. You're welcome. Okay, so this is for Ray. So, Ray, I know that Spirit understands your question, even if I don't, but just to understand better for me when I'm like translating this message, when you say picking with you, do you mean like picking on you, or do you mean they picked you today? I think I'm just trying to understand that part of it, but I am going to go ahead and shuffle because, like I said, I do believe Spirit knows what you're asking, even if I don't understand it. Hey, Gracie, much love to you. I am going to delete your comment for the only reason other than, or for no other reason other than I'm not doing free readings anymore. So it's nothing against you. I'm just in the middle of a donation and I don't want to interrupt their reading. But definitely come back a different day, Gracie, and try to get a free reading from me then. I do them at the beginning of every live stream. Have a good night, Gracie. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, do things. So picking on you, picking. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Negative rep. Okay. Does Roz realize that Rhonda and Lawanda are picking on Ray, please? Ooh. Does Roz realize? Show me a yes or a no. So we have Roz as a king and queen here showing up under their position. I am getting a yes for Roz. Is Roz in a higher up position? Is Roz like a superior in some way? Hey, Shamanta, I am doing well. Thank you. Does Roz realize that Rhonda and Lawanda are picking on Ray? I think so, Ray, and I also feel like Roz is prepared to do something about it as well. She's your uncle, the pastor's admin assistant. Okay. So I do feel, yes, she knows something's not right here. Something is feeling off, okay? And I think it's in your energy is what I'm hearing, is that after these interactions, you don't have your energy shifts or your energy changes, is what it feels like to me. So I feel like she's keeping an eye on things. Seven of Swords indicates to me that she feels that they're getting away with something, and I think she wants to get to the bottom of it. I do feel like Roz is prepared to do something, say something, speak up in some way. Now, is it possible that Rhonda and Lawanda act this way with you because they feel like, not that you're getting special treatment, but do they feel like maybe they are in competition with you and they feel like, I don't know, there's just something kind of petty here and I can't really put my finger on it. It doesn't feel right to me. But I will let you know that Roz, I am getting a yes. I see here with the Ace of Swords that she's here ready to, I guess, give justice or serve justice, also ready to communicate on your behalf if needed. And I feel like she's ready to take action, do something about it. Rhonda sounds like the lady I work with, and she tried me, and I showed her. I don't even play like that. Yeah, God, it's just awful. Shamanta, much love to you. I am gonna remove your comment. It's nothing against you. I'm just not doing free readings tonight anymore. But definitely come back another time. See if you can get a reading then. Okay. Ray, let me know how you'd like to follow up this question. Um, with yes, no's, I can only elaborate but so much. So, is there something else you'd like to ask in regards to this question? Or do you feel like that answered your question sufficiently? You're welcome, Shamanta. I hope you have a great night. I don't know what's wrong with these Rondas. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I know a Rhonda and I think she's really nice. But I also know another Rhonda and I got a weird vibe from her, so I don't know if I'm a good judge. I let my uncle and Roz know now she can only talk to me via email and she's upset. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Now I will say your Roz had suspicions before you even mentioned it. That's a very clear message here is that this person was already um quote unquote on your side or trying to get to the bottom of things before it was even brought to her attention. So I think Roz is a very observant person. And I do feel like Roz might be in your uncle's ear to try to make sure that things are handled civilly and professionally from here on out. So I think that I feel almost like I'm hearing they want Uncle and Roz want you to understand that there's an open door policy here. They want you to be able to communicate with them freely if anything else happens. Now when you said she can only talk to me via email and she's upset, are you referring to Rhonda? Yeah, Rhonda. Now she keeps going to them complaining that I don't want to work with her. I think that you can rest easy knowing that your uncle and Roz have your side. I think that they are caught in the middle of a situation where they're trying not to show um favoritism or special treatment. They're trying to be very like unbiased and objective about this, but they do lean towards your side of things. And so that could also be like what's the word, motivating Rhonda and Lawanda even more because they're seeing this happen. So I know it's easier said than done. Try not to let this get to you. Just know that justice will be served. You know what I mean? Like you're on the righteous side of this and you don't have to worry about it. But before I move on, Ray, I just want to give you the opportunity to ask a follow-up question if you'd like. But if you feel like I've answered your question sufficiently, then just let me know. Smiley, if you're ready to post your mini reading question, I don't have any other donations, so I can go ahead and redeem your reading now. Yes, Rhonda. Oh, wait, I've already read that one. That's good. Thank you. You're welcome, Ray. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. I kind of want to know what spirit wants me to know. I know it's a lot with my mom. Her trying to stay with me. We don't get along and she's jealous and envious. You know what? I forgot about that. Kind of. I feel like we've touched on this in the past and I forgot. But whatever I need to know. It's sad to say I don't trust her, but if nothing like that comes up, that means I probably have it under control. Okay. Let's take a look here. So I'm not using this deck, but I glanced over at my stack of cards that I have, like my decks of cards that I have. And for some reason, the image of a woman with a coin came in. And the woman with the coin loosely translates to a Queen of Pentacles in that deck, but it's a little bit different. It almost feels like uh your mom might try to hold you back. I also feel like she feels like she has less than you. Like there's this inferiority of like her trying to stunt your growth or your ability to um make, I don't know. I feel like I want to say make money, but I don't feel like that's quite it. Um I just see her here like feeling like she has this place that she deserves to be in your life. There's like a level of entitlement is what it feels like. And it almost seems like to me, if she can't have it well, if she can't have a good life, then you can't either. It's very confusing for me because I'm trying to interpret this appropriately, but definitely coming through as like the woman with a coin energy that I was seeing in my mind's eye. um You said, I feel like she wants to be in my business and ramble through my things and figure out what I have going on. Try to count my pocket so she can mess some up when nothing goes her way. Yeah, like it seems like she's like, if I can't have it, she can't either. That's the vibe. And to me, it seems like she wants you to do well if she can have a cut of it. But if she can't, if she doesn't have access to you or access to your money, then she wants you to fail. That's, in a nutshell, the energy that I'm picking up. So sometimes you feel, do you ever feel like sometimes you don't know if she wants you to succeed or she wants you to fail? Because it does feel like it teeters. Like if I can benefit from your success, then I want you to be successful. If I can't benefit from your success, then I don't want you to be successful. Trying to see if you should keep helping her out. Should she keep helping her out? And then it's confusing for you because you're like, what am I to you? Like, am I just an a convenience, or like, wow, that's actually like really sad. I'm sorry that you experienced that because I feel like I almost tapped in a little bit to your feelings. In a sense that if you let yourself feel it fully, that it would probably hurt. So you kind of keep your distance and keep a guard up at all times and try not to think too deeply about this because it's so fucked up that you're like, I don't know. It's It feels like you do your best to not let this get to you, but I think that if you really allowed yourself to feel it and think about it in a terms of what the kind of mother that she should be, it would be very like deeply hurtful. I only feel like that because I know she doesn't like me in the way she did me and she made me not want to help her. But the heart I have, still try to help her and feel like a fool. Ugh, I'm sorry. So I asked if you should continue to help her and I did get a no. I got the hermit. Um, I feel like there's other areas that you need to invest yourself in and it doesn't come to her. Here's what I think. I think that mothers were meant to be on this earth to give to us, to help nurture us, help us grow, be a soft place to land. And in turn, when we get older, we return that until their end of life. And I feel like this is a perfect case of karma where if she wasn't that mother to you, then you don't need to be that mother to her in the end of her life. And I feel like it's probably hard because you might have been brought up where family first and all of these like things set in place and belief systems and structures, and it might be really hard to separate yourself from that. But the question for you is, did they earn it, or did they give you the bare minimum, if that? And why are you returning this when you don't feel appreciated, you don't feel loved, you don't feel cared for? um that's what I mean when I said I was going to let her stay here until my lease is up. They can't go with me, won't have my new address. Yeah. I feel, and this is your mom and your dad, right? But your mom is kind of like the one stepping forward. Like, I feel like your dad's kind of, he's there, he's right next to her, but he's standing behind her, is what it feels like to me. So I feel like you get this from both of them. But for some reason, the trigger is within your mom. Oh, it's just your mom? Just your mom? Why am I picking up on your dad for some reason? Is your dad around? He's somewhere married. He's somewhere else. Oh no. Um, there is the presence of your dad over your mom. So I'm starting to wonder. I was like, what could that mean? And there could be like some unhealed parts of your mom that has not been able to process through the whole your dad thing. It's heavily on her for some reason. That's nice. I'm glad you have a relationship with him to some degree. Did things, I know why, I know we're talking about you and I don't want to dig too far into it, but did something happen between your parents where she could still be carrying what happened between them, like into like her current years? Like, it just feels, for some reason, spirit was showing me your dad behind your mom, like your dad right there behind your mom. Your mom's in the front, but your dad is right there. And to me, it makes me wonder if she just hasn't been able to move on from that experience. I feel like she has childhood trauma taken. Oh, Smiley. To answer your question outright, I see spirit saying, don't invest any more in this. Don't invest any more of this. Um, I'm also getting invest somewhere else. Invest your time in other things that are actually giving back to you. See, here's the thing, Smiley, when we give and we give and we give and we're not getting anything back, what are we? We're just being sucked dry, right? It should be a cycle. Everything in life is a cycle. What you give, you get, and it goes around and around and around. Nothing in life should be this take and take and take and take and take and not give back. And in order to understand the fundamental difference between a toxic person and a healthy person is, a toxic person says, how are you going to serve me? And a healthy person says, how can I serve you? How can I be of service? Okay. So right now we're looking at this is you are the healthy person wanting to serve, wanting to help to a certain degree. And your mom here is this toxic person saying, how can you serve me? How can you serve me? How can you serve me? And when we're constantly, things are just only going in one direction, you're gonna die. Like, and I mean that metaphorically, but you're gonna die. Like, you have to be being replenished. You have to. You see it in nature. Like, we represent nature. You see, you know, a mother and a baby, for example, they're pregnant. A baby can literally, if a mom's sick, a baby can literally produce antibodies to help the mom get better. And it's like this cycle. It's like this, you help me, I help you. You know what I mean? The plants outside, when the leaves fall off the trees, the leaves fall, and then when spring comes back around, the nutrients from the fallen trees absorbs into the roots, and then the trees can grow and blossom again. The whole pollen thing with bees and pollinators and helping grow our plants and everything. Like, everyone gives and gets. It's nature. And so when things are only going one way, there's only so much you can take from that. So you said, from my understanding, you're a one-night stand baby, don't judge. Oh, girl, I don't judge you. I don't judge you at all. But there is a father figure slash, I don't know. There's a father figure. There's a father figure here, and Smiley, you're going to figure this out. I don't know what this is right now, but there is a father figure standing behind your mom. For some reason, I thought it was your mom or your dad, but maybe it could be her dad. But there's something here about this thing haunts me. This thing is right here behind me. It's not beside me, but it's very, very close to me. And I feel like there's something going on there. And I think you'll find out, what that comes to be, but I can't get that image out of my head. Okay, so let's see. She's using my kids against me. Oh my God. Knowing I don't have a babysitter, so she's been trying to threaten me and giving me a break from the kids, but that's only if I'm helping her. Yes, I agree. That's how me and Dee are so far. He's my happy place. Oh, I love that. No, I get it. I see right through her, but now it's me deciding what my move will be because I know how she operates, and I don't want her lying on me just to take stuff from me. Ugh. Probably my granddad, because I was grandma and granddad raised. Oh, they were your parents. She left us with them and thought she was coming back and act like a mom. Dang, Smiley. Wow, that's deep. And maybe there was this hope there, like that maybe she could rewrite her story with your kids because she wasn't there for you. But it turns out that's also not working out. So, don't feel bad. It's okay. It is what it is. I mean, I'm glad you feel that way. It's a shitty situation though, and I think anybody's gonna tell you, like, I'm sorry, that sucks. Like, I can tell your strength, and I can tell that you don't let this get to you on a conscious basis, but I do know that this is probably a defining life moment for you that you've now had to navigate through. And sometimes our defining life moments can be heavy. Even if we don't experience pain or hurt from it on a daily basis, we move on from it, we get over it, it is what it is. There's still that root there. There's still that thing you're just like, God dang, Like, I feel it. I feel it with my biological father. Like, no question that he loves us. No question that, he has love for us. But he just was a toxic human being. And I look at other people who have amazing relationships with their dads, and I think, why couldn't my dad be like that? Why did he have to be mentally abusive? And why did he have to be narcissistic? And why did we have to walk around on eggshells our entire existence because of his abuse? And it doesn't mean that I ever questioned his love for me, because he never really took it out on us in the way that he took it out on the people that he was in a relationship with. But it's something I had to witness, and I always wanted a good relationship with my dad. But at this point, I'm kind of like with you, where I'm like, you know what, I've made peace with it. Like, it sucks, and it's not still there going, oh, I wish I had a good relationship with my dad, but my life is great, and I made peace with it, and I've accepted it, and he's not going to change, and I moved on. But sometimes you think to yourself, like, wouldn't it be cool though? And the thing is, that's crazy, Smiley, is I don't, you know how I know I made peace with it? Because I don't want a relationship with him. Even if I could rewrite the story, he has tainted my opinion of him so strongly that I just wanted a good relationship with a dad, but I wanted it to be a different one. I didn't want it to be him. So maybe you feel that way with your mom, is you're like, I wish that I had a good relationship with my mom, but I don't want it to be her. I just wanted it to be a different one. So that's what it feels like to me. And that's how I know that I've healed, because I'm not craving his attention. It kind of repulses me to think about. That's how I know I've healed. That's how I know I've moved on. But it doesn't mean that I didn't wish that I had a dad at some point, when I was younger and could have a good relationship. My mom got remarried. My stepdad, he's amazing. He walked me down the aisle. Oof, that was crazy. My stepdad walking me down the aisle while my biological father was in the audience. That probably was a big slap in the face to him. You feel the same way about your mom. You accept you won't change, and that's okay. Yeah, I said my grandma was my mom. I always say my mom's gone. That's how I accept it. Yeah. I mean, very similar, you and me, in certain ways. But, and the thing is that we can only do better. We can only do better with our kids. So, as long as you broke the cycle, that's really all that you can do. I made sure to choose a future father to my kids that's going to have a relationship with my kid the way that I didn't have a relationship with my dad. I know my kid is going to have that relationship that I wanted. And that's healing to me. So, you being an amazing mom that you are is severing that connection. So, what do you need to know? Don't give more to this person because of family ties. Don't give more to this person than what you deserve, or what they deserve. And if they're not giving back to you, then there's no reason for you to feel this obligation. And bottom line, invest that energy into something that is going to give back to you. Did you have any follow-up to that? And that's all it's about. Doing things with your children that you didn't when it comes to family stability. It is. All right, let's take a look. All right, will she try something? Smiley wants to know what to prepare for. Will she try something? So they are showing me the magician. They're saying you have the power here. But she's manipulative. I have the Seven of Cups, and it's showing that she's whenever she doesn't agree with you or just, wow, there's like this disdain. I feel like there's this she like targets you for some reason, but that's her issue. I feel like she's always thinking. She's always thinking of ways to get what she wants. Always, that brain, it never stops. I wouldn't say she's the most intelligent person. I think you outsmart her. And like I said, you have the power here. And you also have the means to, like, whatever she tries, you have the ability to overcome that. But I do see here her wheels turning. I do see how she tries to make your life more complicated. And I think that as long as she's in your life, you're going to always be looking over your shoulder. Will she accomplish trying to make my life miserable? Will she succeed in getting kids taken away? No, getting some taken away from me, or playing with my kids. Sorry, I saw kids and I like dyslexia. Okay, will she accomplish? I did see you help. You hold the power. Will she accomplish trying to make her life miserable? And that's what I'm saying. I have to watch her like all the time. Will she accomplish in trying to make Smiley's life miserable? So Smiley, I feel like this is tough because I keep feeling like the need to encourage you to separate yourself from her, because I feel like the longer you let her be in your life, the more she'll have on you, the more she can use against you. So right now it's like she's building this arsenal of things to keep against you. I just don't want her to have access to you anymore. I don't want her to know about your comings and goings. I don't want her to be able to say on this day at this time she did this. Because I wouldn't put it past her, and I do worry about that. I want to go back to the magician, where I'm seeing you have the power here. You have the upper hand. But I think as long as you let her be in your life, you're going to increase your chances that she could do something detrimental. So no, do I think right now she's going to be able to make your life miserable outside of what she's already doing? No, I don't. I don't think she's going to take anything away from you. I feel like the longer you let her be around you, maybe that's your warning, is like, heed this warning, is that you have to separate yourself from her. You have to get your kids away from her. You cannot let her know your every little detail of your life. She could be, for all we know, she could be making notes. She could be keeping tabs on you. Like, she could be putting in her computer like all these things that she's going to hold against you, or like in a notebook or a journal or something. Like, I just feel like she has a master's in criminal justice. What the heck? I just don't. I feel like your gut is screaming at you. I feel like I almost want you to kick her out. Okay, almost. I know that you said June 23rd, you're like, your lease is up, but I almost like want you to get rid of her now. But I also understand that you don't want to rock the boat, and she already knows that she's going to have to find a place in June, and this is something that she's been well prepared for. So it's like, I just feel like that needs to be the cutoff for sure. So if I let her stay this month, will it affect? Okay. Hey, Patsy, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. I'm not doing any more free readings tonight. I'm actually wrapping up this live stream right now, but feel free to come back another time. If Smiley lets her mom stay through until her lease is up, will it affect her? I am getting a no. So I think that's good. I think that's good. They're saying this is slow. This is slow moving. So it's kind of like a cancer, like you want to get to it as soon as possible, but waiting one more month isn't going to like drastically change things. This is a slow growing situation, but definitely don't put yourself in the situation for longer than necessary is what I feel. So you are making a great decision to separate yourself from her when your lease is up. I personally would prefer it if she could get out sooner than that. But at the same time, I understand that expression, don't rock the boat. Like, because maybe she could come back with like a vengeance. She could come back double time because she's pissed because something happened that she wasn't expecting. We definitely don't want to aggravate her or poke the bear, you know what I mean? So, I think it's okay. I think just like stick with your plan and don't let her convince you or manipulate you in otherwise direction. But thank you, Smiley. I hope you enjoyed your giveaway with me. I went a little more in depth with you than I do normally because, you treat me right. And I just felt like it. I strongly feel to cut her off. But my heart says just help her for now and let her... Wait, I missed my place. And let her know what it is. Ooh, should let her sign a contract. Yep, I'm gonna draw up a damn contract. Thanks. You're welcome, Smiley. Yeah, do whatever you think you need to do to protect yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Patsy, hey. Yeah, I don't really talk about him that much. I saw you said that you stopped by, heard about the relationship with the father. Yeah. I don't really talk about him that much. I don't really give him that much time of day, but occasionally when the reading calls for it, I will sometimes bring up my own personal experience. Sometimes you just can't talk to people though. Sometimes they're stuck in their ways and they are who they are, and it's like beating a dead horse. So, you're welcome, Smiley. Thank you so much. Patsy, thank you for stopping by. Definitely try again next time. I've been taking Mondays and Tuesdays off lately, so I probably won't be here for the next couple of days, but you can check back later in the week. And Smiley, have a great night, girl. Cried and cried, now it's behind me. Yeah. Yep. When people aren't treating you right, you run out of tears eventually. So it is what it is. Can't change it. Gotta move on. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm off Monday, Tuesday. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Also, if you like your readings with me, feel free to leave me a review. I would love it. I'm building a website right now, which hopefully will go live in the near future. Lots of big plans. So if you leave a review, you might find it on my website at some point. You can book a private reading with me as well through Calendly. That's where all of my information on private readings and prices are. You can always email me, lunaaffinity@yahoo.com, if you ever have any questions, and definitely follow me on Instagram because I post there in my stories when I'm going live. And so it kind of gives you a heads up on when you can intend on seeing me during the week. Bye, Patsy. Bye, Smiley. I will see you guys next time.